Happy New Year.
Work. Oh, I had a thing. Okay, dollar store confetti bomb did not work. Aw, that's too bad. Wait, I have another one. Hold on. It's supposed to go when you turn it. It does not go. Yay! All right, so welcome everybody to our New Year's Day live stream. We are going to be doing some writing sprints today. We're going to be talking about our New Year's writing goals. We are all wearing our goofy hats. You may feel free to do so at home. Thanks so much for showing up if you're here. Yay, we have people. Nihilist Geek is here. Woo woo. So, Carrow Brown, tell the people who you are.
My name is Carrow Brown. I'm an urban fantasy author and operations director over at Otherworld Inc. I'm here today to work on a short story that's just kind of mostly for me, so that way I can pretend like I have control over something that I do. So
that's always a good thing. And of course, we have Story Detective Robert Jones. Tell us all about you. For everybody who's new.
Story Detective.
I love your hat today.
Thanks. Writer, artist, potentially a Sith Lord.
Well, there you go. It's good to have goals. It's very good to have goals.
Yes.
So we have Nihilist Geek in the house. Thank you. Hello, Geek. We're so happy you're here today. Joan Ninja Hen is here, which is awesome because Joan has been laid up in the hospital and she was not sure if she was going to be able to make it today. So we're glad you're here. We hope you feel better.
Yeah, super happy that you're here.
Yes, very happy. And Michael Edward McFee is here. Hello. We're so glad. I had no idea whether or not we were going to have anybody here. I thought there was a very distinct possibility it would just be the three of us in our goofy ass hats. Right, exactly. Hanging out, which is fine. I can hang out with you guys for a couple hours in dumb hats. I can do dumb hats all day long. All right, so Michael Edward McFee says, my New Year writing goal is to actually write something.
You wrote stuff last year, Michael, so that's easy for you.
Yeah. Okay, so do tell. Do you have a project that you're thinking about doing, or you just want to do something? I have some writing goals. You guys have writing goals? Are you goal-oriented people? Yes. Okay. Carol, this should not be not shocking. You are. Actually, it's not shocking for you either, Robert. So, all right, you guys, tell us all three of you, tell us what your goals are this year. Because SD is here. Yay.
Morning, Sky.
Hi. Oh, look, she's got yay, fantastic. All right. New Year's Head in the hospital. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Hat. We know what you meant. Or New Year's Head. You could just make your hair into like some really cool shape. Like a hat shape. Or star. Yeah, so I'm super goal oriented and I tend to love New Year's. Love it. I like the refresh, the new start, all the goals. I write everything down. How about you guys? Do you love New Year's? Hate it? Somewhere in between? What's the deal?
Like for goals, kind of thing.
Yeah, just in general. Do you like New Year's, and do you like it for the same reason? I'm sorry, Robert. There's me. Speak. Wait, go in the wrong direction. Robert has the floor. Wait. I can't do it. I can't manage backwards.
You guys are frozen completely.
Oh, no. Are you?
He's frozen to me.
Well, for me, I'm going to start editing this month.
That's great. Fantastic. We can still hear you really clearly. Your picture is like slightly frozen. Internet. If you want to drop out and come back in, we can do that. Or maybe it'll just clear itself up.
You guys are still like frozen. It's a garble.
Oh no. Okay. Here. Carol, will you send him a message, please? Right. Okay, thank you.
We're having technical difficulties already. That's not a good sign.
Yeah. Nihilist Geek, thank you very much. Says get well soon, Joan Ninja Hen. Yes. All right. 6 new books, edit 6 new books, and publish 4 new books. Big plans for the new year. Nesty, those are massive plans. Are you like, what's your normal writing schedule? Is that possible for you to like knock out basically a book every 2 months? Do tell. Inquiring minds want to know. All right, Nihilist Geek wants to finish the nano novel. This is going to go great today. I can tell this already. All right, I'm going to drop out Robert and see if he comes. Let's see. Okay, now we're going to try and bring him back. Can we see you? Can you see us?
We can. Oh my goodness, the screen's black.
Okay, hopefully he'll come back. All right. So
But
now,
if we get that out of the way now, the rest of the year will be great.
right? Yes, that's exactly something my mother would say. Actually, like, okay, now the problems are done. Okay, so now let's write nano novel. I don't know why I can't say that today. You'd think I've been drinking mimosas, and then finish some short stories for some anthologies. That is very ambitious. I too want to finish my nano novel. Hi, Robert. Welcome back. So, you know what? I think I figured this out last time. There. Now I don't have to go like this with half my face. I still will have the directional issues, but now at least Robert is down. I can manage that. Okay. So, Robert, what's your goal for this year?
My goals are to start editing. I have, over the past year and a half or so, I fast drafted an entire series. So I'm going to start editing that starting this month.
Good for you.
Published, so I figured do like the big boys do and actually complete it before I start putting it out. I had a large story and I was cutting out and trimming things down to make it fit in a single novel.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I started thinking about self-publishing more, I said, this would be great as a series. I can expand on it,
Right.
put it in 4 books instead of 1, make it 50, 60,000, and I've got a series. So
All right. That's fantastic. That's amazing. All right. So Nihilist Geek says, Rob, you should restart your router. That's his advice. I don't know. You seem like you're doing okay now. Okay. Edit new book. Let me just go through. I'm also trying to finish my nano novel. What are you going to do this year, Carrow?
I am going to be actually really work focused because we're launching the publishing side of the company. So that requires me like being like really on top of things. Like the guy who's coding the website, like I kept sending stuff back to him going, no, fix that. Dude, you like, like I'm not that nitpicky, but like I know what the site needs to look like. And so I feel really bad for him, but I keep sending him like happy emojis. Like, I appreciate you. Please fix this.
Right.
So
it just needs to be done right.
Yeah. So if that goes well, so I have to do that. And then I have to finish doing the script adaptation for my book because work is turning it into a comic. So I have to do that conversion. And so once that's done, I can go back to writing again.
That's so amazing, though.
Yeah.
I mean, to have a comic adaptation of your book is so cool. I mean,
I've seen the pages and I'm always like,
that is,
they look really good.
That's completely insane. All right, so here I have a question because many of you guys may not know, but like Rob worked for Marvel, and he's like a famous cartoonist. He's a famous. All right, that's probably not what you're called, is it? What is it?
People ask me if I was going to do a graphic novel of my story.
Right.
It's
that was what I was going.
Much work. The answer is no, not at this point.
No, seriously? Okay.
I may do the covers and some illustrations, and that's about as far as I'm going to go with that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the drawing thing is absolutely insane. And then if you color it, God help you.
Right?
Yeah.
I think like you have all that practice, you'd be for like, yeah. It would be like the best one ever. So Michael Edward McFee says he has been in a funk, so he hasn't met his goals in a few months. I feel you there. I have that. That happens to me sometimes. I really struggled a lot in December, mostly because I was wiped out from Nano, but also like just everything else kind of on top of that. And one thing about being like a goal setter is you look at your goals from the previous year, like, did I meet this? And I didn't meet a lot of my goals last year, which is unusual for me. I usually knock stuff out. So yeah, I feel you there. All right, say MMM romance that has 2 chapters left. I don't know what that is. What is MMM? Carrow, do you know?
Yeah, that's a romance with 3 men.
Okay, there you go. All right. That makes sense, actually. Okay. Heart. Yay. That's fantastic. Love that. Okay, we already got that. Doll Cecil Runo's here today. Doll, we're so excited to see you. Yay. All right, I'm so glad she's here. She wants to finish her second book, edit book 1, write her horror short story. Look at you. You're a busy bee today. All right. Hi.
You guys are have to probably restart here because things.
Okay. Yeah, you're frozen
Hey,
again. Okay, we'll drop you out. Come back. All right, let's see. Oh, we have a nice photo of Robert. There we go. All right, when he comes back, we'll bring him. So happy 2020, everyone. We made it. Yay. Need to fast draft 3 novels. You guys are so ambitious. I am like completely in awe. Completely in awe. All right, here we go. She technically wrote 8 books last year, if you count writing and rewriting. Yes, we all feel that. 50 to 60,000, so not terribly long. A book in a month and a half. That's fantastic. That's really super fast.
Yeah, she was really hammering away at that.
Yeah, that's really amazing. Okay, Robert is back.
Back again.
Yay. Okay, this time you seem like everything, the picture and the words happening at the same time. I feel like that's a good sign for us. Okay, so and Doll's going to be querying Carrow this year, haha. So
I'm looking forward to reading Dow's, but I'm not looking forward to the query submissions at all.
That's yeah, I can see that. I mean, just because it's hard. It's not just hard for the author. It's hard on both sides, I think, sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So for those, all of you guys, everybody at least in the chat has been here many, many times before. So thank you and welcome back. If I have not put your name down I finally got all the links right, by the way, from last week when I screwed them all, or 2 weeks ago when I screwed them all up. But if you want to be on my list of regulars and you're not, send me a note with your channel link in the regular comments, you know, the one in the regular video, not in the live stream comments, because it's hard for me to go back and get those. And I will add you to the list. Or you can just write a comment and I will try to write them down. But sometimes I'm not as good at that as I should be.
Just put it in the video.
Huh?
Just put it in the bottom of the video, guys.
Put it in the bottom of the video. That's exactly right. Okay, so we are going to start off with a 5-minute writing sprint. What?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. You're still a little choppy. I think you're
getting a bad signal here.
Yeah, you're having like internet issues.
Okay.
It's not bad. We can still hear you. And we're about to go to the quiet part of the video. So you have 5 minutes to figure it out. Tick, tick. All right, let me get my screen. Oh, there he goes again. All right, hold on. I'm going to pull up our little timer here. We are going to get going on that. All right, everybody. TikTok. We're going to do 5-minute writing sprints, and we will be back in 5 for a little more chat. Here we go. All right, we are back. Hello, everybody. Well, I don't know if Robert can hear me. All right, hold on. So, Nihilist Geek has some excellent information. Robert, can you hear us?
Okay.
Yay, we can hear
I
Robert.
rebooted everything. I don't know if you guys can hear me.
We can. Yay, fantastic. All right, so Nihilist Geek has a tech support background. It's really nothing this man can't do.
Copy. I don't know why.
Yeah, he's like a Renaissance man, I think Nihilist Geek is. Screen freezing and robotic sound are signs that there's a slow connection. 90% of the time it's a router. Tech support pass showed. So if you have problems again, he's saying turn off your router and restart.
Yeah.
SD says that her ability to write a book every month and a half, which blows my mind, even 50 or 60,000 words, that is phenomenal, is all those 10K Tuesdays. That is amazing. I've had like days where I've written like 6,500 at the very end of the book, like when you're on that high where you're just, you know, it all just pours out of you. But I have never had a 10,000 word day ever in my life. So have you guys, what's your like top of the, okay.
Top of
the like your top word count for a day.
Oh, a day?
Yeah.
Like for creative writing or academia?
Yeah, I'm just like 10,000. I know people do write 10,000 words a day. It shocks me. Like I can't fathom 6,000 words where I am flying and everything is just like coming out like it was already written.
I think the highest
kind of, I can't even comprehend 10.
The highest word count I got, and this was when I was doing a zero draft for a book, was when I think I got like up to like 11,000, but then I had to take the next day off because the carpal tunnel had set in.
Yeah, right. I know if you do that, that's true. I hadn't thought about that. If I'm at the end of the book, I usually can go for a couple days like that. Mm-hmm. But look at you. Nihilist Geek did 10K a day, 2 days straight. That blows me. Back in 2011. Are you still recovering from that? I feel like it would take me like a decade to recover. Doll says I can't do 10K. I'm with you, Doll. Me either. I'm kind of impressed by anybody who can. Is it like when you write 10,000 words, is it crap? Like when you get to a certain point, is it just like, or is it great?
When I do it, obviously I like, not obviously, sorry, I don't mean to sound like that. When I achieve those high word counts, I'm very motivated to write that day. Right. I also have an outline, so I don't wonder about what I'm going to write. Right. And if I encounter a moment in the writing where like my brain's kind of like, I don't know how to describe this, I put in some dashes and just to tell myself to come back to it, and I just move on. So it's just a constant, like, don't stop, keep moving, and get as much done as you can. So yeah. 3 years to recover.
That's funny. That was the one I was putting up next. That's hilarious. I like that everyone's hat represents Emily says peppy and positive. Thank you. Carol's the queen of sarcasm and sass, and Robert's Catholic story detective-ish. That's exactly what he said when he came on.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's really funny. I wonder about that because during those times when I have been, where I've had a super high word count has been at the end of the book. I already know the whole story and I'm racing toward the end, and I basically want to, I can write almost as fast as I can read at those times, which again is like the last week of the book, not the rest of the time. But that work tends to be good. And I know, like, if you get up in the middle of the night, you have something in your head and you can knock out 2,000 or 3,000 words without even thinking about it. But I have never gone so high as 10,000 or 15,000, which blows me away. I mean, that's like a little novella. That's amazing. That's amazing. So SD, tell us, like, does it require a lot of editing afterwards? Okay, half dictation. I hadn't thought about that. Okay, so because you can certainly speak faster than you can actually write. So,
It's
yeah.
such an awkward process too, because it's kind of like he walked into the room, comma, and da 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 da, period,
Right.
quotation mark, something something, quotation mark. You know, it's just
Right.
It's very bizarre. I've tried it.
Yeah, I have tried dictation. It works for some things. It doesn't work for others. I could do it for nonfiction, I think, but I could not do it for fiction. But I actually enjoy the process of writing. Like, I really like looking at the words and putting them on paper or on screen. Happy New Year, Eva. We're so glad you're here. Thank you so much for shopping. Good God. I've been like replacing words with the wrong words.
Buy our stuff.
All day. I know, right? All right. There you go. Won't be doing 10K days this year since I'm writing and editing, but I might be doing high word counts.
Okay. I was about to send you a message and be like, are we doing that again?
That's good. Black and lopsided. I can see that. You're, sort of like fabulous, sophisticated international flair. I love it. Look who's back. It's Robert. Hi, Robert.
Okay, he's back. Yay.
Yay. Yay. Term paper days, right? Okay, I think we've all done that at one time or another.
That's why I was like, are we talking about academia? Because I've written a paper in a day before.
Yeah, I've certainly done that too. All right, let's see. Eva says, I type too fast to use dictation. Transcribing is an option you'd consider, but it's too hard to write out loud for me. Sorry. I find that to be true too. Again, for nonfiction, I can do it, but I would have to go in and fill so much more detail in. So, Robert, what we were talking about was that a couple people, SD in particular, has written like 10 and 15,000 words at a time, and like regularly writes 10,000 words a day, and she's doing like 6 books in a year, or basically a book every 2 months. And so I was just wondering, like, is that kind of writing crap? Is it like, how does that work out? So yeah, anyway, what you were leaving right about the time when we started to talk about what's your best day, and you have to go back. Oh.
No, right.
Robert, I'm so sorry.
My average runs about 3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Can you guys hear me?
No, you're in and out. Did you say 3 to 500 or 3 to 5,000?
It's frozen again.
Or a week.
Poor Robert.
Poor Robert.
3 to 5,000.
Well, that's great. That's great. That's fantastic. Hi, Eva. Hi, Doll.
Okay, let's try this again.
Okay. 20-page analysis on a weekend. I can see you doing that. Joan speaks quickly too, which I sort of love about her. Like, there's like this pattern. If you ever watch her videos, which you should, because she's awesome. She has like this great rhythm to the way that she speaks. Oh, this is right. Oh my gosh, we have so many little comments here. Hi, Scott. I'm so glad you guys showed up today, because I was worried it was just going to be the 3 of us. And we just have like a nice picture of Robert here.
That's great. He looks happy.
Not do word count, just try to finish a chapter at a time. That is an awesome strategy. Okay, Rob, are you over a lamp? Thank God. Rob is our IT guy on duty today for the stream. Thank you, Nihilist Geek. We appreciate that. Rob, are you on landline or mobile? I don't know that he can hear us anymore. We'll see. Yeah, he's gone. All right, it is. I think it is his internet connection. All right, he's back again. Let's try. How's that?
So far, so good. It's better this time.
Okay, good. All right, well, that's fantastic. Okay, so let's get going. Unless you guys have other stuff you want to talk about. I just tend to ramble. You know me. Yes?
I'm ready to get stuff done.
Let's get some writing done today. All right. We're going to hit another 20-minute sprint. Not another. Josie Rose writes. Hi, Josie.
Hey,
We're so glad you made it today. 3 more comments. My husband changed his mind and took his holiday off, so you have all the time to YouTube. Woohoo. That's awesome. All right. It was a cool frozen image. That's right. If I was going to be frozen, I would be like that. But Robert looks like suave. It looks like he just posted a portrait to look at while he was frozen. So that's nice. All right, guys, let's get to writing today. We are going to do a 20-minute sprint this time. Let me just pull this up on the screen. Let's see. Hold on. I'm slow today. All right, here we go. Off we go. All right, everybody.
All right. I guess I'm connected because I managed to stay through the sprint.
I know. We're very excited about that. Very, very excited about that. We had a lot of new, I can figure out how to do this so that we're not cutting you off. We have Aphrodite is here.
Hey,
Hello, Aphrodite. Eva's here. I think I said that before, actually. DL is here. Hey,
Hey,
DL, we're so glad you made it. Bonnie said, oh, now we're cutting you
Bonnie,
off.
hey.
Go like this, Robert. Sit really tall. Didn't think about writing till I saw you're up and going live. I have little focus today. I feel ya. I'm not doing well today. Will be an off and on kind of day now that I've opened the laptop along with the desktop. I'm right there. So, Happy New Year, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for being here today. All right. Let's see. I'm so glad you guys all made it today. All right. So, Michael said 0 words, decided to work on a goal spreadsheet. I think that's awesome because you have to know what you want to do before you can actually do it.
Spreadsheet, you say?
You're speaking Carrow's language right now. She loves that. Okay, let's see. Goal for mid-May was to read 70 books and you read 69. That is really impressive. Really impressive. What's the genre you're mostly reading? Oh, DL's got to go. Coming back in a few. Okay, DL, we'll wait for you. We'll be right here.
We'll be here.
We'll be here. Nihilist Geek did 430 words this sprint. I did 185. So not as good. How'd you guys do?
I did 721.
What? That's awesome.
Thank you.
That is incredible. Good. Are you? And you know what? You said you're working on like a passion project, right? This is like a just for you project.
Yep.
Isn't it amazing how productive you are when you're working on something that you really like, love, and are super excited about? I think that makes a huge difference in how productive we are. All right.
335.
How many?
335.
That's awesome.
Really good
for you. All right. Bonnie says, you're amazing. Congratulations. I can only hope. That is a lot of books. That's really impressive.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Half a chapter edited. Yay. Good for you.
That was my favorite character from Home Improvement.
You guys remember that? What was his name? I don't remember, but he was like the guy that Wilson. His name was Wilson. He was like over the fence.
Wilson would always show up and be kind of like, well, you know, when you're fighting, you should probably take a moment to calm down and think about it rationally. He was like the calm, like everything. And like,
right.
It's like, you know, people have feelings too. It was just like.
Right. He just happens to know whatever. It's crazy. It's like it was scripted or something. All right. Eva is finishing up chapter 3 of a 4-chapter edited. Wanted it done last night, but here I am. We're glad. We're so glad you're here. All right. That's good. I'm just glad I got something done. I didn't get anything done in the first little 5-minute sprint. I was like posting stuff on social media and trying to, you know, kind of get everything going and trying to like figure out whether or not Robert was actually going to make it. So
we were concerned. There were thoughts and prayers for you, sir.
That's right. That's right. Thank goodness you pulled through. So before this sprint, actually before the last sprint, we were talking about goals for 2020 and what our goals are for this year. So I'm wondering what Eva said that Wilson had a joint down below the fence.
I really liked him because like they did one of the shows and like all the cast comes out and they kind of like do the bow and he came out with like a little fake fence in front of his face and waved.
I love that. Oh my gosh. Oh, Bonnie says, I love you through. You instantly refocused me just by seeing you today. We were so refreshing.
Yes.
I'm sorry you missed it earlier. We had one defective glitter bomb. Look. But we did have the one, I had backup. So we had, because you should always be prepared. I had a backup. So we did have one that went off. So that was awesome. That was probably the most productive thing I was able to do today so far. Well, that was good. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Eva, thank you so much. We love that. That's awesome. I do love this little group. Like, it's really funny how we all ended up coming together, and I'm so glad that I'm just so glad because I love this. I want Robert's hat. We all want Robert's hat. Robert's hat is killer. Can you give us like the pose, Robert? Can you give us like there you go. See? Nice.
I should have brought the pipe. I have a Sherlock pipe somewhere here.
Oh, I was about to say, do you have the pipe too and a violin?
Yeah.
No violin.
Just get a fake one and just kind of like pretend like you're stringing it.
Right? So you could do that, and then it would be like this. If then his router goes out again, it'll be this like artful pose. Where
Yes, I'll get the pipe and pose.
Exactly. So for everybody who came in a little bit later, some of our earlier people talked about some of their goals for this year, and I'll go back to those and post them up on the screen if I can find them. And because you guys are chatty today, I love that. But what about everybody else? If you guys have just come in, or you came in after that, or you didn't post then, what are your goals writing wise for 2020? SD is going to kill us all because she's literally going to like write. Hold on.
Sky's a machine. Like, Sky can write. Like, I've been in the live streams and we're all like, right? And it's like she gets like my word count, if not more, when she's like in the middle of like her scene. And so like sometimes we just let her writing.
I do that. That's incredible. So she wants to write 6 new books and edit 6 books and publish 4 this year. That is incredible. That is really awesome. All right, everybody else, spill it. Robert, what's one of your goals this year? You talked about it. Well, I know you want to finish your nano book.
Yeah. Well, I'm editing a series. The nano book was just kind of an extra. I worked on not 1 but 2 different series over the past year and a half, and I fast drafted both. I started one, and I had an idea I could see that, but it wasn't going anywhere. So then I went to another one, and I wrote 4 books. Then I came back and I wrote another 4 books. And then the first series, I thought of a prequel, and I wrote a 5th book. So I have like 9 books that are in need of editing now.
That's a lot. I want to go ahead.
Once I get publishing, no set publishing date, but I'm going to be editing the first series, and hopefully not too distant in the future, we'll get the first one out.
That's great. So when you say not too distant, you mean in the next 6 months, in the next year, in the next month and a half, like
or 2030?
Yeah,
in the next 6 months, by summer, fall.
Hopefully. Okay. Fantastic. That's awesome. Joan Ninja Hen wants to publish her first book. Yay! We want that too.
Great goal.
Yes. Yes. That's awesome. All right. 4 series of be tall, Robert. It's too bad I can't switch the order of the pictures.
Here, I can fix it. Hold on.
It's my fence.
Okay. Can you?
Yeah, watch.
Oh no!
Carrow's gone.
She just left. I want 4 stories of a series done. Carrow, come back. I want 4 stories of the series done in various draft phases. Queries sent out for an agent. What? You got a lot going on. You got a lot. Oh my gosh. Carrow. Oh, wait. That's all Carrow. Oh, I see. See? Look at you. You are a rock star. Okay. Haley says, hi, people. Hi, Haley. We're so glad you made it today. Elizabeth Fairfax is doing 12 projects this year. You guys blow me away. I usually plan for like 3 big things, not necessarily all books, but a romance, a mystery, and a paranormal every quarter.
I thought I had a lot, but you're beating me.
Oh my God. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. All right. Really good at writing the books, not so good at the publishing part. Several written, none published. Don't believe I know what I'm doing. I really don't. Let me just say that some of the most successful times in my life have been when I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
And there's something awesome about that because you do not know all the ways you could fail. You just go forward and do it because you don't know that it's impossible. So Go forth.
Yes.
That's the best way. All right, here we go. Aw, that's so sweet. All right. So yeah, this is one thing. You really do have, like, it's great to write these books, but you have to, at some point, right, put them out in the world. Maybe not all of them, but the good ones for sure, because otherwise they're just there in your desk drawer. Their books are meant to be read and shared. And so, yes. Okay. Fast Draft, my YA anime inspired anthology. Want to release the first book in early 2021. Nice. I like that. Nihilist Geek wants to draft the second novel before publishing the first. You're doing a series, right? So that is very smart.
Yeah.
Big plan. I'm going to write a movie this year. This is my goal for the. I'm going to finish my Nano book, which I should have done probably the next month. I will do another novel, and I want to write a movie this year. And I want to manage. This is my other big goal. Because I was doing pretty well with posting my YouTube videos twice a week, but then Nano hit, and I just
Yeah. Nano.
Yeah, Nano does that. Yeah. Usually, like when I do my videos, like my prep videos, it's like, okay, so I'm going to help you plan out things ahead of time because when Nano starts, it's all fucked up. Like,
that's right. Yeah, pay attention now because I'm
Overhead Nano killed me.
That killed me. And I've done Nano before, but I have not done like Nano and tried to YouTube and. So it was a lot. Okay, middle grade series, 20 to 22 words. 20. Can somebody else read this for me?
The series is middle grade, so 20 to 22K words each.
That's good. All right, good. That's awesome. 250,000 words across all projects. That's a great goal. That's a great goal. That's awesome. First had a plan in what month to do what to do, but now my surgery and probably rehab, I have no set date. You know what? As long as you are going forward, that is a great thing. And job one is to get better. So, right? To be healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Can't write if you're not healthy.
I know. That's exactly right. So good for you. Everyone's got some great goals. I'm excited. Me too. This is awesome. All right. Let's see. Oh, I got Joan. 7 projects you have on the go. I want to finish 2 of them. Do you know which 2, or you're just going to keep writing across the board until a couple of them finish hit the finish line? I'm excited about this. I want to know the answer to that though. All right, get a smile. Great goals. I'm excited too. I think this is fantastic. Thank you, Joan Ninja Hen. I appreciate it. I have wanted to do it for a while. I've thought about it for a while. And Eileen Cook and I actually had decided, I don't know if you guys know her. She wrote YA for a while. She and I did something called the Debutante Ball.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Right. So the Debutante Ball is 5 debut novelists. You get a new class of debutantes every year. We were the debutante class of 2008.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool. And that's how we met. And it's more than a decade later. I still love her. And we have a similar sense of humor. We had decided to write a movie together, but it was one of those things about, sometimes ideas are kind of all percolating at the same time. Mm-hmm. And a book came out right around the same time that had the same general concept. And we were just starting, and we're like, okay. So I'd love to eventually write something with her again, though, because it would be super fun. She's great. Okay. Still have manuscript boxes with unpublished novels inside my closet.
Oh, my.
Get those bad boys out. Let's do some editing. All right. First draft of your first nonfiction book, writing and learning the process for so long, trying to complete a personal goal while you have the freedom to. That is always good.
Yes.
Eva says, I love everyone's goals. Well, thanks. Me too. You guys have awesome, awesome goals. All right. Here's my goal, to get you guys to write like the wind for another 20 minutes. So we are going to go back to our little timer and start. I'm going to pull. Look at that, Carrow, taking one for the team, man. Okay, I'm going to go back and start the timer. We're going to do another 20-minute sprint. Everybody ready? All right, here we go. All right. Ding. I didn't get there. I was writing and I didn't get over there fast enough. So Carrow doesn't know though. Carrow. Okay, there she is. Yay. All right. Bye. All right. Oh my gosh. So I did pretty well on that one. How did you guys do?
Go on.
What did I do?
Yeah?
You did words. All the words.
All the words. I'm at 406 for that sprint. How did all of you guys do out there?
It was definitely my best sprint.
Yeah?
Let's see. .504 that time.
That's good.
You. Nice work.
I got 654.
That's funny. Oh my gosh. That's phenomenal. Look at you. Way to go. Yay. Yeah. I am like in that middle part right before the end of the book, and it is not going as quickly as I would like, which makes me think that I have a plot issue that I haven't quite figured out what's wrong. And usually I'm a pretty strong plotter, but yeah, I'm floundering a little bit. I'm about 80% of the way through, and once you hit about 85, you just sail through. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for whatever, I'm kind of meandering a little bit right now. I'm not sure why, so I have to take a peek at that and figure that out. Okay, let's see what everybody's doing. I think we talked about those. Let's see. All right, let's see. Haley got 363. Whoop, whoop. Nihilist Geek 400. Nihilist, I think this is the first time that you and I have ever written the same amount. I feel honored. I'm very excited about that. Life goal number 1 achieved. Yeah. DL is back. Yay. Glad to see you. Glad. Hello. Joan Ninja Hen edited the chapter, deleted the word counts from one of our sessions in it. Awesome. Good job. I keep saying SD, but everyone else says Sky. It's Sky, right? Sky. Editing the chapter. I hope I'm just sort of now like getting used to real names versus screen names with everybody. Because yeah. Okay. You know me. All right. I used to have alpha and beta readers, but they all seem to have retired or inactive. You don't have any anymore. Well, this seems like a good place to recruit some people.
What? You don't have any? Bro, message me.
There you go. Now you have one. So, yeah, there are okay. So you were talking about earlier, I think I skipped over some stuff. So earlier he was saying that, here we go. He was trying to write across, because remember he had like 7 projects in process, and he was going to try and get 2 of them getting done. That was a mess of a sentence. Just pretend I'm not a writer. 2 are already close, but I seem unable to write the last 2 chapters. I suck at endings. Are you a pantser or a plotter? I would like to know that, because sometimes that's the challenge. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? So Eva had a good suggestion, and I'm going to put that up on the screen. But what do you guys think that Michael should do about that?
Well, I just finished my big climactic scene for this novel.
Ooh.
Started a new chapter, and there's going to be a twist and then a bit of a wrap-up. So I think that's important, because it always has to leave a little something more to come, even if you plan to do something else.
I could not agree more with that. That's true. What about you, Carrow? Do you have some advice for him?
I guess for me, whenever I write a book, I always try to figure out what I want the ending scene to look like. So, and kind of like, and it also comes down to like, how has my character changed? Because in like that last chapter, like your character change needs to be like really prominent in that.
Right.
Yeah. So I usually keep that in consideration. So like one of the books I wrote last year, which is the 10 of Brownies, it really focused on a fairy who was in my first book. Mm-hmm. And her growth after she went through like some terrible stuff. So it was like kind of watching her recovery journey. So like in the beginning, she was obviously like, really, she had trust issues. She was insecure, and she was just trying to get over it. And so like by the end of it, I wanted to show that she was not fully recovered, but definitely like on the way to recovery. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that was what I was trying to do. So if I focus on that, then usually a lot of my writing kind of like focuses that way.
Yeah,
I think the Save the Cat idea where the last image kind of mirrors the first image in your story. And
Right.
yet, I think that image should be a bit ironic, because even if your hero gets what they want at the end of the story, it's never what it appears to be.
Right.
There's
Yeah.
always something, a little bit of a twist of irony in there.
Right. I think that's true. I always think too about what's the thing that you expect to happen. Like, what's the most natural thing that would happen? So Eva had offered this suggestion. If you have any alpha readers, send them out for reads, ask people what they expect to happen every few chapters, and she says this can help you find that ending. And I would take that advice, like, oh, I expect this to happen, and go, okay, I'm going in this other direction over there. Like, what's the complete opposite of that?
Always do the unpredictable.
Exactly. And here's the thing, I write rom-coms, and so at the end, there's going to be a little happily ever after. So that's kind of, and I love that part, but I always try to make some of the other elements of the book be unexpected, so that maybe you get that happily ever after. You probably get, you do. I confess, you're getting the happily ever after. But some of the other things that get you there are probably going to be surprise. So, I mean, I hope so. That's my whole goal, is that you don't go, oh, yeah, I know how this is going to end, like and think. All right, so at least the right road to it. Okay. Does anybody else have some great advice? Let's see. Used to have okay, I think we're past here. Here, Nihilist Geek says, print your draft, read it, take notes about where your plots can go and how to resolve them. Also very good. I think what Carrow said earlier about growth of the character, which is the whole point of the story, right? Your character has to grow throughout the story arc.
Mm-hmm.
And I think going back and thinking about it, like, how has this inciting event and everything that happened after that, how did that change my character? Are they smarter? Are they more wary? Do they trust people more? Like, what is the big lesson that they learn?
Yeah.
Or
if you have a flat character arc, because obviously there's the positive, the flat, and then the negative. If you have a flat character arc, then you have to basically have the story assaulting like their truth of the world and how they're going to maintain their truth. So that's going to be kind of like their conflict over it. I mean, I don't know if that applies to what you write, Mike, but it's just something to throw out there, because sometimes people want to write a character that doesn't actually change, like Jim Butcher with Harry Dresden. Like, you see growth in like the first few books, and then after that Harry doesn't really change, but the world tries to change him, so it's always him versus like what's going on and all that. So
it's funny. I have a friend of mine, Joe Clifford, who writes he's a beautiful writer. He writes these mystery novels. He's absolutely fantastic, but his character is maddening in the sense that he does not learn from his mistakes. And some people love that. And I love Joe's writing, and I read all of his books, and I'm constantly texting him like, he must learn. but some people love the fact that he just doesn't. And we all know people in real life that do not learn. A pantser tried to plot, and the characters just argue with me, and the story changed anyway. That's okay. But even a rough plot can help, like even sort of a rough idea can help you sort of get to the end. But I feel you. Okay. Let's see. Read your novel somewhere where you don't write also. Oh, that's true. The other thing you can do is print it out in a font that is a font you would not normally use.
Oh, yeah, make it look completely different.
Right. It sort of takes you out. Like, if you always use Georgia or Times New Roman or something, you're sort of used to seeing your own work that way. But if you print it out in Gaudi or some font you're not used to seeing, or Comic Sans, God forbid, then this can help sort of take you out of your own head and kind of more into the story. So that's a good. All right. Yeah, Pantser never worked for me either. I didn't like, as soon as the whole idea, I'm just a plotter in life anyway. Like, that's just my life. I'm just a plotter. Okay. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, in the AuthorTubers Facebook group, there are tons of people there, and there are also a lot of like Kindle readers who would love to, to read an author's work before it comes out.
Yeah.
But you'll probably find more experienced readers if you look within other authors for sure. Okay.
I also think the rules of a scene apply to your last scene as well. And sometimes a lot of writers forget that. I learned a lot from comic books and from cinema. And I believe what Robert McFee says, that every scene has a turning point. And after that turning point, like you said, there's a bit of a surprise.
Right.
Same thing in your last scene, that surprise can kind of lead into the reader saying, well, what's going to happen next?
Right.
And
right.
Answer, that's when you kind of close and move on.
Exactly. Geek, you make an excellent point. Pantsing, writing yourself into a corner. It happens sometimes, and sometimes you have to go back a bit. I wonder if you could, have you ever tried, a lot of pantsers have done this. Have you ever tried trying to create an outline after you have written? Because sometimes that can, because now you have the freedom to write, but now also it will help you sort of take an overview look at the story structure. So you might try that. That also can help.
I have a spreadsheet for that.
See, Carrow, I believe you have a spreadsheet for everything. You're really my spreadsheet hero. You should make a song. Spreadsheet hero.
I was told to not sing. Tamara's informed me that singing is not allowed.
Oh, what? Okay, somebody, yeah. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go through the comments really quick. Okay, Planter too. Planting is good for anybody who is not familiar. That's part pantser, part plotter. Sort of do a rough plot and pant your way through. I'm mostly a plotter, but my outlines actually tend to be pretty, I'll just have a few sentences for each scene. So it's not super detailed. You
want to write it in stone and have too much. You need
to
have enough that your imagination can still play with it. Otherwise, the plot becomes inhibitive.
Right. Okay, this is great. Favorite writing font. CO likes Libre Baskerville for story and Courier New for brainstorming and notes in Scrivener. That's funny. I use Courier sometimes. I don't really have I do not like Times New Roman because I find it too dense. I like Georgia because it has serifs and it's a wider font. How about you guys? How do you feel about that?
I stick with the traditional. I mean, I do Courier or Times Roman because that's generally what books are printed in. And the idea is, if you have a really long manuscript, do it in Times Roman because you get more words on a page and it can make it look shorter. And the same thing is if you want a fast paced, Courier is less words on a page and it moves more quickly.
I don't know if you've heard this, Robert, but editors now have this thing called word count, and they know all our tricks. They know all our tricks.
I usually write in Arial. I know everybody's like, but I write in Arial. But then when I edit, I have to pull it up. I write in Courier. When I edit, I change it to Courier New because that makes all the letters have the same space, and so that makes it look completely different for me. When I take it to writing group, though, I have to do it in Times New Roman because that's just the format that they ask for. So
yeah. All right, Courier New or Verdana. I don't know how to say that. That's good. You know what I was just thinking of? This question sparked me. So while I switch around a little bit depending on kind of where I am in the writing process, and I also change when I'm editing, change my font because you see new things when you do that. I almost always write my book proposals in Gaudi, and I don't know why, except it's very fancy, and I think that it will bring money. So it's such an elegant font. So, okay. Last 50 pages. Oh, that's a good idea. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sky. All right, everybody. We want to get going on our next writing sprint. So let me pull up the timer, which I have completely screwed up. Hold on. I stopped too soon. Here we go. Let's see. Ta-da. All right. All right. Yay. Nice work, everybody. I did much better that time than I have for the previous 2 20-minute sprints. How did you guys do? I have to calculate my numbers here.
Let's see.
I got 525.
What? That's awesome. I actually got 591 on that sprint, which shocked me. 591. Let me see what my total is for the day. 1182. I'm pretty happy with that. 1,000 words today is good. Awesome.
458 that time. So
Look at you.
that's somewhere between 12 and 1,300 words altogether.
Awesome. That's a very good day. All right. Fantastic. Fantastic. How did you guys all do? All right. So, oh, I think I'm going back to the other ones. Hold on. I'm just waiting for these. So, I'm Sky, and I publish under the name as, is it Haggis?
Haggis.
Haggis. All right. Thank you very much.
I'm here for you.
I appreciate that. Haggis. All right. Awesome. Thank you, Sky. I need to know Michael Edward McFee. Mike. Inquiring minds want to know. All right. Here we go. This is where we talked. I think we talked about this last time. Joan wants to end all of her books with a banquet, which I think it just all days should end with a banquet. I think that would be absolutely fantastic. All right. I am way behind in the comments. Nihilist Geek did 370 words, but lost count. Been there. Michael Edward McFee, 0 words, but find out he wrote 105K, which is 70% of goal, and edited 190,000 words. Wow. That is awesome. We have pivot table problems. Talk to Carrow. She's our expert. That's right.
I got you.
All right. 90 or so revisions. Awesome. That's fantastic. Haley made her goal for today. Yay. See, look at that. Your New Year's is off to a fabulous start already. 466. Very nice. Jace started filling out my new planner with goals for the week. I find that so happy. It's just so fantastic. I don't know if you guys, I have like this awesome calendar where I write, like, it's like part diary, part calendar, and I find that really helpful to just say, like, not just the goals for your year, but like, what is the most important thing I want to accomplish this week?
Yeah.
5
I'm going to
pages.
be doing that more this year because I started doing a bit of it the end of last year, and it was really helpful. I usually know the goal.
Right.
It's like, think of the plan, execute the plan, but now there's so much going on with social media and other things.
Right.
It's harder.
It is. It's easier to let things sort of drop through the, fall through the cracks. So absolutely. Yeah. All books should end with a banquet. All movies should end with a dance sequence. I could sort of get on board with that. Or at least a musical number. All right. I will take that as well. What? All right. There you go. Nihilist Geek, 1,400 words for today. I am good. You are good. That is fantastic. Yay.
Well done.
All right. Well, normally I like to try and get 4 20-minute sprints in. We did 3 today and a 5 because we were a lot of chatting. But I love that. I think it's awesome. And I just want to thank you guys. As always, thank you to my beautiful, talented, wonderful co-hosts, Story Detective Robert Jones and the fabulous Carrow Brown. Links to their channels are in the description, pretty close to the top. And definitely go check them out because both of them post awesome stuff. And speaking of awesome stuff, Carrow, don't you have a live stream coming up in like an hour?
Yep, I got one in an hour.
All right. So there goes my hat. So if you want some more live stream, this is not a good look for me. Okay. So if you want more live stream fun, head on over to Carrow's channel in about an hour. Have a little lunch. Have a nice day. Okay. Mike or Ned or Eddie? Okay.
I like Ned.
All right. I like Eddie too. I like Eddie. I like Mike, Ned, all good names. And that makes it easier for me because I'm bad at remembering names. So if I could just call you like 5 different things and they're all right, it'd be great. Thank you for coming, Eva. Thank you, everybody, for showing up today. I was not sure if it was just going to be the 3 of us gabbing along. And I'm super thrilled that all of our regulars showed up today. Thank you, Bonnie. We're so glad you came. Joan Ninja Hen had to bug out a little bit ago. She was not sure she was going to make it at all. So I was so happy that she made it for most of the live stream today. So thanks, everybody. You guys have been awesome. We love it. All right. Anybody have anything they want to say before we wrap up?
My goal for today is to start getting my videos done for the first of the year. I haven't put anything up over the past week. So
that's my goal too.
I started a discussion on the new Star Wars movie, which turned into a rant, and I think it's going to be 2 videos instead of 1.
I haven't seen it yet.
We're gonna tune in for that one.
I haven't seen it yet. Somebody told me to go see it. Somebody wants me to go see it with them just so that way they can watch me get really angry. And I'm like, why would you do that to me? Like that, I'm not into that.
Oh, are you going or not?
I don't know.
It's definitely the best of the trilogy. They pulled some good things together. And while there's a lot of good things, there's just a lot of sloppy things and missing things too. Because
I hate that. Oh, I hate that. Oh, Jace, thank you so much. He says, remember to leave a thumbs up. What? You guys are awesome. Thank you very much for that. Thank you so much to Robert and Carrow for co-hosting with me today and every week. We will all be back here next Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you have not done it already, go ahead and ding the little notifications bell. That way it'll pop up on your home screen, so you'll remember to get over here on time. So thanks so much, everybody. We're out. All right. Happy New Year.
See you later. Happy New Year.
Bye, friends.
All right. Bye.